In this video, I want to do a quick recap and breakdown for the race that I just do last weekend at Iskandar City Half Marathon 2023. Coming into this event, the goal that I set for myself is to hit sub-220, which is a 4-minute PB for me, and I also want to test my fitness because in this training block, I just learned to insert running with goal pace in some of my long workouts, so I'm curious to see how it's going to affect my performance in the actual race. For the course and condition, it was an overall flat and steady course, no crazy uphill or downhill, a very smooth course to run along the way. Plus, the condition on the race day was actually quite good. No rain, everything was dry, and I can only feel a slight wind, so it definitely gave me a lot more confidence to go execute my race plan. Yeah, I actually came out with a pacing strategy for myself before the race, as I'm looking forward to do a negative split for this half marathon. Negative split means running second half of the race slightly more faster than the first half, so I must learn to conserve my energy in the first 10k and start to push the pace in the second 10k until the end. Before the race, I actually calculated the pace I need to hit using negative split calculator, do some of my own modification and come up with the pace that I need to hit to negative splitting this race. The pace strategy that I got for myself was 1k 648, 5k 642, 10k 637, 15k 630 and finishing up the race with 620. I did practice negative split in some of my training, but this was the first time that I execute in a race, so I hope everything can went well and I'm ready to learn my lesson. For my pre-race, I woke up at 2:45 AM, got around 4 hours of sleep. Then I quickly get into my race kit, took a bite on a piece of white bread, make sure everything I need was taken, and I drive for 10 minutes to Sunway Citrine Hub where the event was located. After I arrive, I do my warm-up routine with some dynamic movement and light jog to get my body temperature up, and at around 3:50 AM, everyone start to step onto the starting line waiting for the flag off at 4. We took an S-curve out from the event venue into a straight road. I was going a little fast for my first kilometer, 6:31 per K, because it was excited. My rhythm was synced with other runners. I just get going with the cruise speed until the first kilometer. I remind myself that I was ahead of my plan and I need to start settle myself down for a bit. Then we ran across the roundabout into another straight road. I was slowing down myself to stick back with my plan. 2k 649, 3k 643. Very quickly, we came to the first water station just before hitting 4k. I grabbed myself a bottle of waters from the volunteers. The bottle cap was on. I was actually struggle a bit to open. Then I drink the waters and continue with my run. At this point, I was feeling good. The route was pretty smooth. I was running with runners in a small pack of group. I also got my pace back on my target, so I was thinking to push the pace up for a little as I continue to keep going. I took my first jog just before kilometer number 8. Then we are running into a broad straight road. There was a flyover ahead of us, but I noticed there were runners at the opposite side, so we actually need to take a U-turn under the flyover at around 9k checkpoint, back to running the straight road for 1 more kilometer. After that, we turn right into a slight uphill to hit the 10k mark. Halfway to go, I can feel that I start to get a little tired. I still managed to consistently push the pace up for a little, but not very much. 11 and 12k, I both hit the pace of 6:34 and I took my second jog after the 12k checkpoint. For the next 4k, it was a small and long rolling hill, not a big climb. We just go slightly up and slightly down, so I just keep my rhythm going, pick up the pace when it was down, slow down a bit when it was up. 13 and 14k was on plan, 6:33 and 6:34. Not until the middle of 14k, my belly start to feel not really well, slightly pain in my abdominal but still manageable. Then I arrived at the 15k water station. I stopped there for a while, took some 100 plus and water, adjust myself for a bit. Glad that I still can keep going, just not sure whether I can still continue to push the pace. I tried to get back to the pace at 16k, but the feeling was just not going away and it get harder to go for my initial pace plan, so I decided to slow down and saw some energy, hopefully to recover a bit so that I can try to push again at the final few k, doing my best to hit the goal. 18k, I ate my third gel and I also got by the final water station, grab a bottle of water from the volunteer, drink a little sip of it and keep the rest on my hand as I was thinking about drinking it before the final push. Approaching 19k, the feeling of my stomach ache start to ease away, so now I think I can give all I have in my tank for the final 2k. After 19k, we make a U-turn back to the straight road, running along the way to reach 20k. then make a left turn into the final 1 kilometer push to the finish line. From my facial expression, you can see I was in pain, struggling, but I keep moving and push myself, crossing the finish line in 2 hours and 18 minutes. The distance was a little short from half marathon 20.82k, but from my feeling at the moment, I believe I have something left in my tank to still go for that sub 220 if the 300 meter was there. Anyway, it feels great to finish this one safe despite unexpected situation happened in the middle of the race. Also, I did not fully execute my negative split plan, but I'm happy to still get my goal that I'm looking for and learn my lesson to eat my dinner a little bit more early a day before race, as this time I took a late nap and only eat my dinner at 9 and the race start at 4, so I think the gap was a little bit close. Will definitely pay more attention with my planning next time. Alright, that's the breakdown for my Iskandar City Half Marathon 2023. Hope you guys enjoy, learn something, and also feel free to share your race experience or tips under the comment section, as I will be continue to work my way towards sub 2 half marathon. It will be much appreciated to have your help along the journey. I will take a proper recovery week, then see you guys in the next video. Bye.